For me, it's an honor to be up here right now. Anyway, for me, because I am a big Star Wars fan, and so to sit next to all the gentlemen here up on the table, and become good friends of mine as well. It's good. I'm a big kid at heart, and having 2 kids myself has actually made me a better performer in a sense, because not only am I a physical performer, I'm not one for dialogue because I don't like to speak anyway. I like to run around and jump and kick and punch. And I grew up watching Asian cinema, and I love Japanese movies, I love silent movies. I was a big fan of Charlie Chaplin. And that's what I loved about Jackie Chan as well, bringing in the humour and to the action. And on people like Dave, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, who brought bodybuilding as an art and a sport, and made it more recognisable. That it helped me as a young athlete and a young performer. And go back to my kids. It's only in the last 4 years that I really actually enjoyed going out to auditions, because every night I have to tell stories, and they're bored if I don't do different voices. So I've become very good at doing different voices for my kids and telling stories from the mouth, as my daughter says. And she loves for me to read books, but she loves when I have to make up stories. So I remember all of the movies that I watched as a kid, and the most recent story I told her was about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So I had to make it up in a good way, so, and not to scare her, because she's only 3.5. And I love it, so I bring that to the table when I go into rooms and just have fun, I've learned so much from other actors on set, and to be lucky to be on set because of Star Wars, and because of the impact of fans yourself, kept the characters alive, and kept Star Wars alive. There's a lot of producers and directors out there who are big Star Wars fans. And that's one of the reasons why it helped for me to be Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe, is because of the fans the last 10 years.
Besides my good looks and my charm, not joking. I don't know. I actually, I don't think Boba Fett was me at all. I tried to bring Boba Fett to himself and try to make him his own character besides trying to be me. All my life I try to say, oh, I'm going to make the character revolve around me. Well, I haven't lived in space, and I didn't just grow up with a father, so who has a jetpack and a helmet on his head. So yeah, I just try to bring Boba Fett to, I actually watched Jeremy's work, and I had to sit there for hours and hours in this big studio just watching a TV set, and yeah, I learned a lot from Jeremy, and I tried to bring Boba Fett, out of me. So that's more or less. I hope I answered the question. So.
Apart from breaking wind, yeah.
Breaking wind, yeah.
I got a lot from the experience as well as the character. I've been told many different things about what the character should not be like, and it's an interesting way it plays on your own psyche, as well as the abilities that you may or may not have gathered from just working in close proximity with such talented people. I don't even know if I could count or list the ways that I've been helped or have not by the experience. And really I haven't used any of it yet at all. I stopped acting, and I went to school. I yet to really use that, but it was insane to actually be part of it, and yeah, that's about all I have to say. I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm rambling and kind of not speaking well, so just the day.
I learned a lot by playing Boba Fett. It was the first time I'd ever had my face covered. And when they said, well, you've got 4 lines, then again, you're thinking about what you do. But, rather like Dave, when you see Darth Vader first come on, you know there's a big guy, it's total command. And you know, that first entrance of Darth Vader is possibly the greatest, one of the greatest parts of cinema. With Boba Fett, you know, being able to think, well, you look at yourself in the mirror in the dressing room before you go on the set, and you look at it and think, well, this outfit's pretty cool. There's not much that I have to do. In fact, the best thing to do is to be absolutely still. You know, I can stand there for half an hour, someone's going to go, what's the matter with this guy? He looks a bit strange, but that I learned an awful lot, and I was working in the theatre at night as well. So I could then do my play, the comedy, and have great fun, come back the next day, put the helmet on and go, I'm going to be cool now for the rest of the day. it was again, Ray was talking about lucky. I think we're all lucky in this profession, and I was lucky that I fitted the suit at the beginning of the job, so I was very, very honoured to be picked. So,
yes, again, I want to go ahead and welcome Ray and Daniel who were here yesterday. Yesterday I asked a question to the other five about what was their most embarrassing moment with a fan. And if you two could answer that question, and maybe if Jeremy wouldn't mind telling his famous bra story again.
You mean me?
Yeah.
Serious? You serious?
So the most embarrassing thing with a fan, or the funny thing?
There's one story. First time in LA, I was with my wife-to-be and my sister, and we went shopping, and you know, being in the US for the first time, being in LA, California, guns and stuff, and people mugging you. We're in Santa Monica in one of the shopping malls, and we were going crazy buying sneakers because they're half the price back then compared to England. So we were buying the latest designs of Nikes because you couldn't get them in England, the whole family. And as a warrior as I am, I noticed these three guys following us around. So I did the old test, go into one shop, pretend I was shopping, watch, and they followed us in. So I didn't want to alert my wife and my sister. So I did it in the next shop, they were following us. So I just, you know, by chance I started to walk quicker and quicker and quicker. They were chasing after me. So I was convinced this is it. They're going to try and rob me and my sister and take all of our sneakers. That's not going to happen. I was scared. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't calm about it, but I was trying to be, because you were two girls are going to freak out if you're scared. And you don't want to see two girls being scared, because they're going to lay into these guys, and then I have to jump in and pull them off, and then I'm going to have to do something. So, especially my sister. I said to my wife, Lisa, and my sister Rosa, I said, look, I'm going to go back to the car. And I knew where we parked because it went up a slope and veered to the right, and there was a sort of a blank spot that they couldn't see me hiding up against the wall. I said, just stop the car and meet me outside by the door, so I'll be back in a minute. I said, run. So I ran, and I heard them after me. So I'm hiding up against the wall like snake eyes, like this, and I hear these guys, guys, get away, he's getting away. So I jump out and grab this guy's neck and said, right, what do you want to do? And I'm really scared. Right? And the guy just stood there and he went, oh no, Ray, we're big fans of yours, we're big fans of yours. I'm really sorry. And this happened before, just as the movie came out, so I didn't know anyone was going to recognize me. I'm walking around like, la-di-da-di-da, please go out there, you know, in a shopping mall, and so it taught me a lesson to, you know, you do forget the work that you do, because you do live like your life and you go about your business, but at the worst times when you're having to go at your daughter, or you're like having a hissy fit, because you can't get your cookie, there's going to be someone standing next to you and, hey Ray, can I get your autograph?